Why do we get so annoyed by other people's mistakes? And what can it tell us? We often get annoyed when other people make mistakes in speaking and writing. We get annoyed when people break traffic rules. We don't like it when others are late or do something wrong. Yet we tend to forgive ourselves for the same mistakes. So why do other people's mistakes make us so angry? It turns out that this phenomenon has quite simple psychological reasons. The matter is in two circumstances. Firstly, a person always strives for harmony. Secondly, a person endows everything with its meaning. In this case, harmony is to see the familiar and understandable. When we meet with a mistake or a misprint, we have an inner dissonance, followed by discomfort. It is very desirable to correct the mistake, to return everything to its place. But most often it is impossible and we are left alone with stress. The second factor, meaning in everything, is a little more complicated. We are organized in such a way that we strive to give meaning to everything we encounter. What kind of meaning depends largely on our experience, character, well-being, and other characteristics. If you are annoyed by other people's mistakes, you can observe yourself, what meaning you give to them. What variance can there be here? For example, you can perceive errors in personal correspondence as neglect, because you did not try hard enough, did not check the text. When gadgets first appeared, many people were annoyed even by the absence of a dot at the end of the sentence. It was perceived as a lack of politeness. We can assume that such a person is especially important to be recognized, it is important to be valuable to others. And probably, at times, he or she doesn't feel valued enough. If a person you like makes grammatical errors in his messages, you may feel annoyed and disappointed because you decide that he is not as good as you thought he was. You thought he was smart, educated, well-read. But he turns out to be. And then you get angry at yourself that you fantasized about him what he is not a fact, by the way. Perhaps your work is related to education or helping people, you have a strong desire to change the world for the better. And you invest a lot in other people. In this case, a mistake can make you angry because you will perceive it as, I work so hard, and all for nothing. For you, it may mean that your work is useless. Or maybe in childhood you were loved only for good grades, and for bad grades you were scolded or punished in various ways. For example, by ignoring you. And now for you to make a mistake equals to lose the love of other people. And here someone bravely makes mistakes, and he is allowed, and everyone loves him anyway. And you feel resentment. And some people are annoyed by other people's mistakes because they are hyper-responsible, they check everything 10 times, and it makes it hard for them. And when he sees that others do not do the same, he becomes offended. This is perceived as injustice. In general, irritation due to mistakes is a curious ground for research. What's more interesting here is not the mistakes themselves, but the meanings you attach to them. As you may realize, the mistakes in this video have a metaphorical meaning. Since under mistakes we can understand all the imperfections of other people that cause us irritation. Observe yourself. Perhaps it will help you to notice or better see your burning themes, personal traumas and issues. And maybe even go to therapy with them, if they affect your life more than just irritation over someone's missed comma.